Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the accesstrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing okay. So today's Monday, right? Today's Monday. And, we always talk about the difference between expansion and contraction. Obviously, when a range, and again, that's kind of the coolest thing about individualized alpha hunters. Okay, not every single trader trades the same. Not every single trader, and again, this is nothing new. Not every single trader is built the same. But the greatest thing about being an alpha hunter, there's a lot of ways, right? Put steaks in the freezer. And my drug of choice is obviously beta. Okay, my drug of choice is obviously beta. Obviously, we try to facilitate everybody with the small caps, large caps, mid caps, bottle caps, baseball caps, every kind of cap you could possibly try to understand. But the reason why I've been really concentrating on the beta world is, you have to love ranges. And once these ranges expand, when you're trading a stock like Amazon or a Tesla or Google, anything, any one of these beta names, it really is a wonderful, beautiful thing when you catch a pivot the right way. And it really does an explosive expansion move into the next supply zone. And 2 weeks ago, we had some phenomenal ranges. The week after, the ranges were much more muted. And next thing you know, you always wait for those premium hands. So when you see those ranges contract, you play smaller, you play tighter to the vest. Again, capital preservation, you're always looking for the better hand, because when these things really expand, man, it's an unbelievable thing. And we had that today. And several different issues, just really cool, just really cool as well. But again, they don't come all the time. They don't come all the time. And when you're looking at, for example, a very tight, tight flag like it. And again, this is a very aggressive flag here. Okay, this is a flag that refuses to break down. So when you have such a tight flag here, you wouldn't think automatically that there will be an expanded type of situation. But again, from day to day, usually not. But when you do get them, they're a wonderful thing. So let's look at the macro view. Again, we started talking about this trend line sloping down, descending a couple of days ago, and it's kind of holding into form. Again, the key levels, again, for all you macro players, 2354 to the downside close, and a close above 2390. This is your channel, right? This is your channel. Everything else that happens in between is kind of irrelevant. To place macro bets, so we're gonna have to close above this channel or close below this channel on a macro bet to the downside, obviously with a measured move going down to the 50-day moving average, or a 2390 break with a measured move going to this 2400 number on the S&P 500. So, again, nothing to talk about today materialistically. Again, the sloping, descending triangle is still being formed. Again, that's obviously not the greatest thing you want to see, especially when gravity is real. But when you look at all the other benchmarks, they're pretty healthy. Look at the rut that's demonstrated here by the IWM. Again, held its form on the bottom. Now it's building a base, trying to go higher. You look at the QQQs, I mean, very healthy as well. Very healthy as well. Just hugging this 10-day moving average. Again, some people use the 8-day, some people use the 13-day. Kill me, I use the 10-day. I've always been using the 10-day. I don't know if it's right, I don't know if it's wrong, just something I've been using. So very constructive there as well. You look at the IDB. Again, kind of a dead cat bounce today, kind of put an inside day today from Friday's gap down, didn't take out the highs, didn't take out the lows. So here it's still to be determined. Obviously, if another candle confirms the 293 level, we obviously go lower, but something for that to watch as well. Financials, look at financials. Again, this is the group, right? This is the group that was supposed to bring down the market, right? And again, they're coming down. Goldman Sachs right now closed at a very pivotal point. We closed a very important level. This is kind of do or die. This is the 50-day EMA. This is do or die for the stock. This is do or die probably for the whole group. So you're looking at Goldman Sachs and you say, so well, today's low is 241.50. Any close below this 241.50, we start going lower to a measured move of roughly 230. So very important level. But again, the market has not yet come in with the financials. The Bank of America. You look at BofA. Again, not as aggressive. Not as aggressive yet, but it's getting there, right? It's getting there. You look at Citibank as well. Same type of chart, not as aggressive yet, but getting there as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how long the financials could go lower with actually dragging down the rest of the market. Very, very interesting to see. But overall, again, nothing materialistically that's changed. That's a good thing. Again, my mom used to say, no news is good news. So let's talk about some names that we had from last night's list. And again, this is why our part-time trader program especially is so very, very healthy, because again, you don't need to be in the live room to swing trade these things. Again, you can buy these things off the trigger, right? Set alerts, buy these things off a trigger, and all you need to do is set the previous day's low as your stop, and that's how you manage your trade, and the ranges and the supply zone and all those things are kind of irrelevant because you're looking for a longer outlet. So let's look at yesterday's moves, yesterday's setups. CPSI, we talked about this again. I didn't give every single thing, everything on the video, but obviously this is all on the last night's watch list. CPSI is one that I did share with social media last night. 2760 break. You can see a very, very big move today. 4% move to the next supply zone. I actually still like this one as well. NVCN, another one. Congratulations, guys who did take this one. NVCN had a pretty aggressive move from this 190 all the way to 212 area. Good job there for all you guys who took it there. Copen, still very, very strong. It broke out on Friday off the 390 level. Again, off that 397, $4 break today, went as high as 409. Still looks very, very good there as well. Obviously, red to green on CERU did not happen because they came out some news, and the stock was, well, let's just call it decapitation, down 62%. Obviously, it was down a little bit lower, so obviously no play there. NVIDIA was a good break here. NVIDIA was a very, very good break here. We talked about this area. Here's a 60-minute channel. We talked about this area. Where's the name area? 110. Yeah, we talked about this area right here, pre-market morning strategy, guys. That's why get there all the time early, folks. Get to morning strategy 9 a.m., especially if you're trading the beta names. Here's the pivot that we put in the channel, this 107.17 area. You can see what happened with the stock. I didn't take this one. I didn't take the video trade. I took Amazon. We talked about Amazon last night in the video. This was just a really, really good expansion. Sometimes, sometimes you say, oh man, this market, the stock put up its whole move on this one bar. Well, this is the bar. I caught the whole bar. I literally caught the whole bar. And my last sale, my last runner was like 3 and change. So really, really good opening bar there as well. Again, Tesla continues to be just the monster of all monsters. And again, if you don't know what a sneaky pivot is, again, guys, for all you guys out there, you should really check us out, especially if you trade high beta. Come check us out. Nobody trades this. Nobody trades this process except for us. It's not something you can find on YouTube or find anywhere else. This is something I created 3 years ago, and it's been pretty damn good. And I try to trade these. I try to share the pivots on social media when I can. But again, for everybody in the room, they will test. These things are pretty much damn good. Just really, really good. So here is the pivot right here. Here is the two supply zones right here. 61.90, 61.90. Once this thing broke that 62 level, just a rock star move, $2.50 move into the next supply zone. Congratulations for all you guys who caught that as well. Win is a pin I put in the room as well. This 12.19 break. Here's the 12.19 break. Stock went all the way down to 10.60. Nice move there as well. Another breakdown on Tesla. Here was another breakdown on Tesla. I put in the channel as well. This 262 area. I'm sorry, not 262. The 260. Where is it right here? It's 260. 225 went all the way down to the 260.40s level. Good move there as well. Facebook I didn't take. I put it in the channel right here. I didn't take this one. I don't enjoy trading Facebook anymore. I really don't. You got to see tremendous size. The interval is like 20, 30 cents. It's a lot of work. Trading these supplies, but it did work. The trade did work there as well. Let's see here. NVCN, STNG, Trigger, VIAV really didn't do anything as well. So the two major moves obviously were the Tesla, Amazon. You could throw in the Win. You could throw in You could throw in a couple other names, NVCN as well. So, just a solid day. Solid day. Again, guys, just trade whatever you feel comfortable. If you're swinging these things, again, you don't need to try to forecast. When you're swinging a stock, for example, like CPSI, right? Perfect example from yesterday. So CPSI, right? It's a CPSI. So we put this thing in the room. 2760. Today's low is $27. That's your max pain. So if you bought at 2760, your max pain is this 2760 area. And if this thing continues, the next move for this thing is 29.5. So you have a 60-cent marker, right? A 60-cent marker for a possible $2.50 mover. And when the stock keeps on going higher and higher and starts progressing, you're just moving up your stop on the previous day's low. And again, that's the way, people try to use all these different creative ways to handle a swing position. Just use the most basic, keep it simple, stupid, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Again, I'm the king of the idiots. All you need to do without, banging your head against the forehead, against the wall, just use the previous day's stop. That's how you control risk. That's how you control your emotions and let the stock play out organically. So solid, it's very, very solid. Again, going into tomorrow, again, until we get a little bit more clarity, until we get a little bit more clarity on the S&P, again, you know your levels. You know your levels. The market obviously is demonstrating weakness, demonstrating strength. So there's nothing materialistically that's being solved. So just go with it. You don't need to be the smartest guy in the room. Just go with it and trade whatever you feel comfortable. So let's talk about some ideas for tomorrow. I'm not going to give you guys everything, but some ideas I like. I love Amazon, man. I love Amazon. I think this thing could be good again. I mean, it's very, very close. I mean, really, really close to really, having one of these $10, $15 days. It really is here. So, I want to keep an eye on this thing, this 858 level tomorrow. But if this thing could confirm above this 861, who the hell knows how high this thing goes? Again, the market is still strong, and when they rotate and expand, good things usually happen. So I definitely want to keep an eye on Amazon. Watch the C-Trip also. Let me just give you guys a few names. Watch C-Trip as well. Good looking chart here. Very, very nice looking chart. Keep an eye on this thing off the $50 break there as well. I still like the CPSI. Again, I still like the CPSI. If you're not long the stock, consider today's high above this 28.45 area. And if this thing goes, you do have a measured move coming to 29.50. So you got another $1 and change out of this thing, probably with a 10-cent risk. So definitely keep an eye on that as well. Let me give you guys one more. I'll save the small caps for our folks in the live webinar tomorrow. Let me give you guys one more. AGIO looks good too. It broke out today. I don't think anybody in the room took it. I know I didn't take it. It broke out today in the 54.73 area. Big move there as well. Put a high of 56.43. Tomorrow, keep an eye on the 56.43 confirmation. Your risk is roughly about 30 cents for a possible big move. Again, everything else, guys, in the email tonight, all the small cap stuff, all the flow stuff is in there. Obviously, keep an eye on everything for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, guys, get to Morning Strategy 9 a.m. We'll talk about all the high beta stuff, your Teslas, your Amazons, your Googles, your Netflix, and everything in above. So guys, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. God bless.